YouTube? How you doing? How's your day been? Hope it's been great. Excuse how red my face is, please. I've been at the beach all day. There's sun. You get burnt. It's life. It happens. Like, I don't care, but I'm sure you don't care, and it's life. Wow. So, today we're gonna be talking about a little adventure that I went on. Yeah, it might not have been the greatest idea in the world, but it was fun. That's what counts, right? It was fun. All right, so a little backstory. There was 5 of us hanging out together. We were like, hey, you know what? It's late. We want to have fun. What's open? Nothing's open at midnight, right? Nothing. So we're like, hey, let's go on an adventure. We've been watching adventure videos. That looks kind of fun. I mean, we're not gonna risk our lives or anything. We're not gonna die. Like, what's the worst that could happen, right? Yeah. It's gonna go great. So how this starts is, we've been going on small little adventures during the day, like weeks leading up to this event. Like, we had gone literally a couple hours before and we were just adventuring in this little forest. I can put a couple pictures here if you would like to see them. So we said, hey, let's go into the forest at night. Don't do that, kids. Don't be stupid. Don't do it. So where I live, there's this little trail area, and they have like biking trails that you can go on, and then they also have horse trails. So we were like, the horse trails seem kind of fun. They don't have lights. They're kind of in the middle of the woods. Let's go walking on the horse trails. That's a great idea. Let me remind you that this was like 11 p.m. at night. There was no one out there. The horses were all put away. Like, everybody was smart and at home sleeping. Not us. So we started venturing at about 11. We go off trail. We find the horse trails. We're walking along. We find this creepy ass tree. I will insert a picture. Anyways, this tree is just like sitting out in the middle of nowhere. We're like, wow, we're gonna die. But like in a joking way, because we weren't actually gonna die. We weren't like scared for our lives. We were like, that looks like it's out of a movie. Let's just keep on going. So we keep on going. And then my friend Judy, she finds this frog. It's real cute. I'm gonna add a picture. Meet Ralph. He's a sweet boy. 10 out of 10 is a good frog. So then we're taking a lot of paths. We're just walking. Like, when we get to a split in the road, we're like, hey, this side looks creepier. We're gonna walk this way. Keep in mind, we take about like 15, 20 turns. We're not gonna remember every turn we take at this point. We're just like, oh, we'll know the way back. Yeah, we don't need no bread trail crumbs. We know where we're going. We know. We know. So then we get to the end of the path and we find the stables. So we're like, shit, we're gonna get in trouble. We need to go back to the car. It's like midnight at this point. So we're like, hey, why don't we just go home now? I'm tired. Like, let's go home. So then we try to make our way back. And I'm like, girl, we turned this way. And then they're like, no. We went this way. This way, right? Yeah, we all went this way. And then I'm just like, yeah, we went that way. Like, yep. Them bitches got us lost. We all got us lost. We're like, well, shit. Our phones are gonna die. All we have is knives. We had knives. Don't do it, kids. But we had knives, we had mace, and we had one flashlight. So we're like, well, fuck. If anything's coming at us, we are prepared. We're gonna bop them, like a little, they're dead. Goodbye. Anyways, I think the thing that started, like, getting us freaked out a little bit is when we were walking back down a path that we knew we had walked down, we looked down and we seen 2 very, very, very fresh coyote prints that were not there before. So we were like, well, we're either gonna get lost and just like never be found, or we're gonna get eaten by coyotes, because that is that is everyone's dream, right? Yeah, coyotes. So we keep taking these little turns, and then I'm like, oh my god, I see the light, that's the parking lot. Wow, we made it, we are okay. We walk closer and closer and closer, and it's just like, hey, there wasn't a lake by the parking lot. We keep walking. We're like, well, maybe we'll find something. Maybe it's another parking lot. You know, maybe we took a wrong turn. It's life. Maybe the parking lot's just right over here, and we're all gonna be safe. End of the day. Woohoo! But if you know my luck, that was not the case. What happened was we ended up at the stables again. So we're like, where could we possibly go so wrong that we ended up back at the stables? The stables? We're like, honestly, we don't want to go back to the woods. There's coyotes. We don't want to fuck with that. So we walk past the stables. And then we find the road that leads out of the park. So we're like, well, I mean, even if we get pulled over by like cops or something, we can just say we got lost, because we did. So we kept walking. We pulled up Google Maps on our phone. We were like, okay, we're just going to take this path. Honey, you want to know how long we had to walk on the road to get back to our car? Wait. 5 miles. We had to walk 5 miles. 5 miles back to our car. We got so lost that we had to walk 5 miles back to the car. I was like, my leg's gonna fall off, so like I'm way back here for you. Like, go get the car and drive it to me, okay? But then we keep on walking. We get out of the stables, we get out of the park, and we end up on this road in like a suburban area. Like, there's houses, there's homes, you know, like you don't expect it to be scary, right? There's a lot of road construction going on at this point. Not like actively, but you can see like all the roads are dirt. There's no pavement at all. There's like tools laying everywhere, and like big tractors and stuff laying everywhere. So we're like, well, this is gonna be a real fun 5 miles. What did we get ourselves into? Why did we do this? How does this happen? How did this happen? And then this is the good part. Are you ready? You're not ready. So we're walking, and this car drives past us real slow, and then it just kept going, right? So we're like, okay, that was kind of weird, but maybe they thought that we were creepy and that they wanted to like make sure that we're not gonna attack them, so they just like goodbye, or they wanted to make sure that they didn't get, we didn't know. Okay, but like long story short, we were like, well, the car's kind of sketchy, whatever, you know, like it's not the end of the world. So we keep on walking, right? This car drives by us again. We're like, well, that's weird, but you know, maybe with the construction they got a little lost. Maybe their maps got them lost. I mean, you never know. Like, there's a lot of construction going on. They could have gone the wrong way. So we're like, okay, you know, we're gonna ignore it. Nothing happening. We're safe. We're all Gucci. We're gonna survive. And then the car stops. And we're like, okay. It stops like a couple 100 feet up the road, so we're like, we're not scared that it's gonna like come at us right away, but like we're just sitting there, we're like, okay, this is a little weird. And then we just watch the car, and then it finally decides to drive off. So we're like, okay, you know, maybe they got lost and they had to check their phone. They were lost. Yep, they were lost. That's what happened. And then these bitches drive by us again. Again. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. So we're like, well, fuck. It didn't drive by us yet, but we seen it coming, and we knew like what the headlights were. We knew what type of car it was. We're like, well, we're gonna die. So there's this ditch next to us. It's really deep. It's full of real tall grass and mud. We dive into that ditch. We roll into the grass, and we hide there until the car drives by really slow. Just so slow, just creeping on by us. Real real slow, like they were looking for something, right? They were looking for something. So we're like, well, fuck. Then we're like, well, what do we do? So we texted our friend. We're like, hey, if you don't hear from us by the morning, we're dead. And we sent her our location. And we're like, fuck, we're gonna die. So we decide, hey, sitting in this ditch is not gonna get us saved, okay? Sitting in the ditch is what dumb bitches do in movies. That is how you die. You die. Like, that, they find you. That's how you die. So we're like, well, this ditch goes on for a while, so we're just gonna run until we see the car again, and then we'll hide. So, remember how I said there's construction going on? We start running, and it goes up this hill, and there's like this little tiny path of grass up there, and it just drops straight down, and it's all dirt. It's like a 10-foot drop. It's all dirt. So we're running along this tiny little path of grass, and then the car comes again. So we hop this fence into somebody's yard to like hide in their bushes. Car drives by real slow, and then it stops, like right where we are. We're like, well, shit. I got my knife out. I was like, I am ready. You come at me. Like, don't fuck with me. I have my knife. Like, I will cut you. So I was like, I will cut a bitch. Don't come at me. Like, you don't want to mess with me. So then the car just leaves again. So we take off again, and we're trying to run, right? And let me remind you, at this point, we're full of mud. My white shoes, they ain't white anymore, honey. They are not white anymore. So then, we try running again. One of my friends gets stuck in the fucking fence. So we take like a good minute trying to get her out of this fence while we're like, we're gonna die, we're gonna die, we're gonna die. We are going to die. And then we look at Google Maps, honey, and we realize there's a turn coming up for us real quick. So we're like, this is our chance. Like, this car just keeps on going down the straight road. They're not gonna know that we are turning. Like, this is our chance. So we slide down this dirt hill, like straight. It's literally straight up and down. I'll try to find a picture somewhere of something similar to it. So then we book it for this road. And we run for like 5 minutes to make sure that they can't see us when they're just driving down the road. And then, my dear, we had like a couple cars go past us, and we were like scared and about to hide every single time this car went past us. Like, we didn't know. We're like, shit, is it that car again? Is it that car again? Is it that car again? And it would always end up not being that car. But then it drives by again, and it honks at us this time. It just honk, 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 honk for like a minute straight, and then they just drive off. And then my friend, she realizes, hey, I know the sticker on that car. Hey, that's my ex-girlfriend. Yeah, this bitch had a tracker on my friend's phone and was following us because she doesn't like me or who we were hanging out with. Wow. This is, it's still like, oh, why? Like, I don't get it. It's still like, so this bitch, she legitimately hacked her Facebook, hacked her Snapchat, hacked everything that she possibly could have to find our location, and had a tracker on us. Who does this? Like, are you insane? Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, you're joking, right? Like, that's not her. Like, you're joking. This is just some random stranger. Like, you are lying to me. She's like, no, that's her car. Like, I know that is her car. So we're like, this bitch is crazy, and this bitch is going to kill us. So we shut her phone off so that she can't track us no more. And then we pretty much book it to her car. Like, we were like, listen, we don't want to die, okay? I want to live. So we book it back to the car. We finally get to the car. It's 2 a.m., okay? We just spent motherfucking 3 hours being lost in the woods. Walked a total of like at least 15 miles. Like how, why, who, what, where, when, why? Like how did we get ourselves into this? What happened? Like we were full of mud. My hair was dirty. My clothes, my shoes. I was mud. Like I wasn't even covered in mud. I was just mud at that point. I was like, wow, this is crazy. So we had to drive our friend back to where they live, like an hour away. So we were like jamming out in the car, trying to stay awake. We were like listening to Only. You know how it is, like trying to stay awake. And then on the way back, I get this message in a group chat that we have. And let me tell you something. She was like, hey, this is my friend that was driving, by the way. She was like, hey, it was nice smoking with you guys tonight. It was nice smoking with you guys tonight. Right? Let me remind you something. She was driving. And her cell phone was turned off. This bitch hacked into her Facebook, came into our group chat, and tried to make us say some stupid shit to get her in trouble. Like, we're like, bitch, we smoked? Like, I didn't know we smoked. Like, what? Like, what do you mean? And then I was like, oh, well, I mean, my other friends were like, we smoked, and she was like, oh, I mean next time. Next time. So I was like, shit, Judy, this bitch hacked into your Facebook. And then I like private messaged my other friend right away because she wasn't with us anymore. I was like, don't answer her. It's not Judy. Don't answer her. She's trying to get Judy in trouble. Like, this bitch is crazy. Like, shit crazy. And then I finally got home at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. 3 a.m. I didn't get home until 3 a.m. 3 in the fucking morning. And you know what time I had to wake up at? I had to wake up at 7. You know why? Because I worked at 9. So I was fucking sore from walking like 15 miles. And then I had to go to work the next day and walk like 15 more miles because it was fucking busy. So we were all like, wow, we're dead. Like, our bodies are dead. R.I.P. But anyways, that concludes that story. I have a couple more stories kind of similar to that. If you guys want to hear those too, just comment that down below if you would like. Like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on all of my social medias if you would like. But anyways, I've never done a story time before. It's kind of new. It was kind of weird. I don't know. Let me know if you guys liked it or not. I feel like it wasn't that great, but hey, it'll get better, I swear. Anyways, as always, hope you guys have had a great night. Hope it's all going well for you, and goodbye.